What's up guys, it's your boy Deji coming out with another Supercoach video, my second, and today we're just going to be talking about defenders, just defenders, nothing else. So we're talking about stuff like pods, must-haves, and about the new kick-in rule. Yeah, so just defenders, mid-prices, rookies, and all of that pretty much. Alright, so first player I'm going to is Jake Lloyd. Jake Lloyd, great player. Averaged 112 last year. Owned by 30%. Played every single game. There's also kick-ins. I think he did have surgery. I'm not sure what it was. I think it might have been his hip. But he's looking like a must-have. I mean, with the new kick-in rule, I think he's just a must-have in my opinion. So yeah, he's probably one of the premiums. Rory Laird, another great pick. Played most games, missed just 2 games season. Owned by 40% of Supercoach. So if he goes big and you don't have him, could be kind of regretful. Average 108, reliable. Last 3 seasons has been great. So yeah, he's another good pick. So I would have him if I had to select a premium. He would definitely be in my team. James Sicily, great player. Average 105. Got injured though, so only played 14 games, but it was great. He's only owned by 18%, which is not much compared to a lot of the other premiums like Whitfield, Lloyd, Laird. But he's looking solid, and if he can keep his hanger down, he'll be 100% top premium. So if I had to have a top 6 defender, he would definitely. So all these defenders I've got here right now are all going to be top 6 defenders. Next player, Cade Simpson. I mean, what can you say about this guy? Mr. Reliable, Mr. Consistent, never misses a game. I mean, played every single game pretty much besides one. He's only owned in 7% of teams, which is not much at all. Nearly a pod, not quite though. But definitely a pod like going for like premiums. Not many people have him. So he's another top 6 defender. I reckon he will be. Lockie Whitfield. Another great player. Was actually a midfielder last year in Supercoach. Played halfback. He's owned 32% of the team, which is a lot. He's like the second most owned defender. Played every single game, and he should average over 100 now, since he's apparently going to be playing midfield because Dylan Shields out. And yeah, he should probably get midfield time. So he's another top 6 defender I reckon will be. Shannon Hearn. What can you say? Premiership player. Average 96 in 4% of teams. And he could be great, to be honest. I think he's a top 6 defender. Honest, it's out of him and Crisp. We'll go back to them. Jack Crisp, average 95. 3% of teams have him. He's another great player. Plays for Collingwood, another great team. Unlucky not to get the premiership. But in my opinion, I'm going to have to go with Shannon Hearn. I mean, this guy, he's reliable. Last season was also reliable. This time, 96, even better, I'm pretty sure. If I'm correct. Yeah, I'm pretty sure average better. I don't think going to get better in my opinion. I don't know why. So, Shannon Hearn, another great player. But Crisp is also another one. So, I'll just put him there. So, Hearn and Crisp are the same. But if I had to pick, probably go Hearn. So, yeah. They're the premiums, alright? Alright. Now we're going to move on to the mid-prices. Alright. Mid-price is going to like be... Alright. Okay. So 400k and below. So actually, Cam Williams is a mid-pricer. Where is he? So Williams, another player that's owned a lot. We even call him a primo. I mean, last year he was a primo. Did not play. Obviously had the injury. Obviously went down in price if he injured. He's going to go down in price 100%. Owned 26% of teams. So if it's a mid-price, if you call him a mid-pricer, 100% must have in my opinion. I reckon he could average over 95 coming back from the injury. So definitely must have premium there. Mid-pricer. Next player, quick talk. I mean, Michael Hibbert used to be a premium. Depends on his role. I mean, he averaged like I think 100 one season. But due to last season's, he don't even think about him. I mean, he could just cost you again. So yeah, no way him. Nicky Newman, from the Swans, absolute ball magnet in my opinion. To be honest, I know John Lyon, I just didn't like him, didn't really get along with him, but he's a bowl magnet. Plus with Carlton now, he could be like a Sam Doherty. He just looks like he could be a type of Sam Doherty. I don't know, I've just got that Sam Doherty feeling. So if I had to consider him an option, he might be an option, but I'm just gonna, nah. In my opinion, I'm not gonna get him. I don't know. Who's next? Many people here. Here we go. And this is probably the last one, mid prices. I'll probably have like them too, mid prices. Brody Smith, owned 20% of team. Same with Zach Williams. He had an injury. Only played 2 games, so he went down in price a lot. Because he didn't get to have his value up because he only played 2 games. He needed to play 3. So he got managed to get like a 90 and like a 80, something like that. But he could be like I think he takes kick-ins. Yeah, he actually does. He probably will take kick-ins with the new rule. I reckon he could average around 90 plus in my opinion. So another good player who could probably make you cash or could stay in your team for the rest of the year. So yeah. Right. Now we're gonna go back. Now we're gonna go to rookies. Okay, so rookies is like Connor Rosie and down. So Connor Rosie, great player. Owned 31% of teams, so a lot. I mean, he's one of the most one of the popular rookies. In my opinion, I don't like overpriced rookies. Besides one, which we're gonna get into in another video. But Connor Rosie, he's a solid player. I reckon he could average around 70, maybe 60, 70. I reckon in his first season. But he's too much in my opinion. But that could prove me wrong because apparently I've heard good stuff about him in the intra-club practice match, and apparently he was a really good player. So he could be a good player, to be honest. Sam Collins, right below him, must have in my opinion. I know it might be hypocritical of me saying, oh, Rosie's expensive, but Collins is like not even 400 less. But Collins plays for Gold Coast, which is not a way less what's the word? Way less like skilled based team to Port Adelaide. They've got like stars such as Robbie Gray, Paddy Ryder, Justin Westhoff, Charlie Dixon. They have all them players, and Gold Coast don't have really much players, so job security wise, I reckon it'd be high, like very high. So Collins for me is definitely a rookie to look at, and in my opinion, must have. So yeah, Collins for me is a must have. Actually, we'll get into the must haves after this. So all the players I've picked, so such as the premiums, the prices, and the rookies, I'll get into the must haves and then the pods. So yeah, Sam Collins, 28% of teams. I think he played last season. I'm not. No, he didn't. He didn't play last season. My bad. But yeah, Collins, Gold Coast young team, definitely high job security. So for me, definitely must have. Next player, Isaac Wainor. Plays for Collingwood. Not much to say. He's a great player, looking good. I've heard he's good. He could definitely be an option. Owned 31% of teams. Depends on the JLT. He could play round 1 pretty easily, in my opinion. So he's definitely a rookie to look at. Jack Scrimshaw. Haven't really heard much of him. Did have him in my team, but right now I'm not quite sure because Haven't really heard much. I'm not really sure on his job security, so I don't know if he'll play. I doubt he'll play round 1. So even not a rookie, I'll probably be selecting at the moment. Depends on JLT. So yeah. Jordan Clark plays for Geelong, 14th pick, I think. Pretty sure, maybe. But yeah, he's not bad either. Same boat, maybe as Scrimshaw, but he could be starting as well for the Cats. Depends on the JLT. Same thing. Callum. Oh, actually, Xavier. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Dezama. Yeah, it was him and Rosie actually played good in the intra club game, and not much you can say. I mean, I've heard he's played good. I actually did have him in my first team, I think. I'm not sure. Look back on the video, but he's looking solid. Probably one to pick actually. And just depends on the JLT again. Wilkie, he's solid. Pretty much the same, but as Derzima, except he plays in a less skilled team. As I said, as Gold Coast, Gilda's probably in that same boat. Not as bad as Gold Coast though, but I could see him playing round 1 in my opinion. So he's probably one I'm looking to select. So yeah. Alright, next player. Bergs, which is a player, you can put him in the forward line as well. Owned 28% of teams. Corbett going down. Harrison Wigg out. I mean, round 1's looking way likely for him now. So he's definitely a rookie I'm looking at. Depends on his JLT again. Most rookies JLT. Every single rookie I mentioned, it depends on the JLT. So Bergs, I'm probably going to select him. Most likely. Who's next? McKay. I personally haven't heard much of him, but Supercoach George has actually recommended me these players, so I've actually put him into my team, and he reckons he'll play round 1, so I'll go with what George says. So K definitely a get a look at in the GLT. He's mature age, I think, as well. Yeah. Next player. Who's next? We go Marty Hall. Another great player. He actually played yesterday, I think. He took the kick-in, which is looking great. His mature age, and I think he's just a must-have, in my opinion. Own 29% of teams. Lock him in. Boys, he'll definitely be a great player. Anyone else? Not really, but a lot of people weak on his ACL, so nothing much to talk about him. Toby Watson, I haven't heard anything about him, so I don't know. Could be just there just because he's the cheapest vendor going out there. But it's probably the rookies don't mind these two players. They're probably the rookies you should be looking at JLT, so yeah. On back to the special mentions, actually in defense, I missed a couple players actually. Cause I don't know what to call. I think they're primos, like half primos, half mid prices. So yeah, first player, Luke Ryan, plays for Fremantle. Average 90, pretty young. I'm pretty sure. It's only like his 3rd year he's going into, maybe 4th. I think 3rd though. But only 4% of teams. Pod. That's the first pod. Could average well over 95 in my opinion. I mean, 3rd years, he could have a breakout season in my opinion. So Luke Ryan's definitely one to look out for. Next person I think I missed was Jaden Short. Same boat as Luke Ryan, except I think he's a bit older though. Average 86, could average over 95 in my opinion. Another pod, 3%, so looking good. I think he takes a kick in. Yeah, he does take in the kick in, so he could be another one to look at. Connor Blakely did his hamstring, so he was actually one of them. But at the moment, I'm not going to talk about him because he's injured. Witherden, Another great player, average 84. I think it was his second year, but in going into his third year, owned 60% of teams. He could average over 95 as well. He takes the kick-ins. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he takes the kick-ins. So yeah, he could be one to look at as well. So, and not a pod though, like Luke Ryan and Jaden Short, but he's like the one you're probably gonna go with, depending on the, I don't know, just depending on how many people own him. So yeah, that's pretty. Oh, and actually, last one, Callum Mills. Millsy, great player, could average over 90. Has the potential. Only 8% of teams, not a pod. Could be a player to look at. So Millsy, yeah, definitely worth a shout. So yeah, that's probably the last player. But now we're getting to must-have. My must-have, to be honest. Alright, my first must-have is Jakey Lloyd. Second player is Lucky Whitfield. So wait, this is my defense. Actually, I'll just tell you my defense right now. These are my must-haves at the moment. My must-have my defense. So I'll tell you out of my defense who I'm probably going to lock in. So Whitfield. Then my third player is, where is he? Zach Williams. Fourth player is Brody Smith. Fifth player, go down to the rookies, Sam Collins. And the next player is Callum Wilkie. Then it is Ben McKay. And last but not least, of course, Marty Hall. So now, I'll tell you the must-haves in my team that I'm locking in, unless something gets done with them, injury or has like an extremely bad JLT, is Jake Lloyd, must-have in my opinion. Whitfield, must-have in my opinion. Williams, must-have in my opinion. Chris Smith, I'll be looking at in the JLT. Collins, must-have. Wilkie will be looking at him in the JLT. McKay, looking at him in the JLT, or a must-have. So I've got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders that I'm probably going to be a keeper until the start of the season. But I'm going to be looking at Wilkie, Smith, McKay, and the JLT. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I told you the pods, which was like Mills, Short, Ryan. Now my 3 pods. So that concludes the defenders for AFL Supercoach 2019. It's been your boy Deji. I hope you enjoyed this information about defenders, and yeah. So and look, stay tuned for the midfielders. Should be soon. So yeah, peace.